Hi everyone, today's the first day of hardening off our peppers. Got them laid out on the tables here. Today we're going to let them sit out for about 30 to 45 minutes. After that, every day we'll add on another hour. Okay guys, so here's the second day of hardening. I've left them out for about an hour and 45 minutes this time. Yesterday I left them out for 45 minutes. Here's the third day of hardening off our peppers. They're doing really well. They've been out here for about 2 hours so far. I ended up leaving the plants out for about 3 hours today. I'm going to get them inside and give them a nice watering. Today's the fourth day of hardening off these plants. It's actually been 1 week since I first started hardening them off. We've had some inclement weather in between the days, so we haven't had a consistent day outside every single day. There's been a day or two in between. Hey everyone. Today's day 5, I believe, of hardening off the plants, maybe day 6. And while they're sitting outside, I decided to come over to the garden and start working it. It's 30 feet wide by about 80 feet long. Right now I'm only utilizing half of it. This is the second time I've tilled it. The soil's much looser this time, easier to work with. I started to lay out my growing fabric, and after I tilled, I put this blade on the back to make some shallow trenches for drainage. I'm going to be using soil and rocks to hold down the tarps. Plants have been left out for about 5 hours now. I'm going to take them inside and water them. Going to add a little fertilizer to them also. Alright everyone, we got the plants back in the tent. Just gave them a little watering. Also added some liquid fertilizer to our water. Some of Fox Farms Grow Big. Has a 6:4:4 ratio. Recommends 2 to 3 teaspoons per gallon of water. I used 3 teaspoons per gallon. As I'm looking at my plants now, I can tell some of them have a wee bit of sunburn on their leaves, but it shouldn't be too much of an issue. They should come back nice and strong. I've also turned up the lights in the tents. These are the VivoSun VS1000s. I placed them on the 75% mark, and now I'm going to decrease the amount of time that they're on during the day. I just adjusted the mechanical timers on each of the lights, so now they'll be on for 15 hours a day at 75% power. Hey everyone, so this is day 6. Plants have been left out for about 8 hours now. I was able to leave them out a little longer today. We had a bit of cloud coverage. Hey everyone, I decided to make my own potting mix for my grow bags. Got a few of them filled up already. What I'm doing to make my own mix is combining peat moss, perlite, and topsoil. How I've been doing this so far is adding 3 of these shovelfuls of peat moss, 3 shovelfuls of soil, and 1 shovel of perlite. I have the peat moss in the tote. I'm just going to add some water. Give it a little soak. and then just mix it all in with the shovel. Now that the water's been mixed in with the peat moss, I'm going to go ahead and add some topsoil. Three shovels of this. Going to take it back in the garage and add the perlite. And as I said, just going to get one shovel full of this perlite and stir it all in. Now that it's all mixed up, I'm just going to go ahead and add it to the grow bags. This is very simple to do, and if you do it yourself, you're going to save a lot of money on potting mix. Those bags cost $15, $20 for 2 cubic feet, which only fill up maybe 3 of these 5-gallon bags. I do have a 15-gallon bag also. I'm going to put 2 plants of the same variety, one in the 15-gallon, one in the 5-gallon, and see the growth comparison inside of the grow tent. So just to wrap this up, doing this yourself is pretty easy, doesn't take a lot of time, and saves you a lot of money in the long run. Alright, here's my garden so far. Keep forgetting to take videos while I'm working on it, just get caught up in it. I got the fence up, 6 tarps out, an area for my other vegetables. I ended up doing it about 10-15 feet shorter just because I didn't have as many plants as I initially planned on. I'll be putting all the peppers in the tarp areas in the garden fabric. Over here I'll have some tomatoes, cucumbers, watermelon, squash, zucchini. Rehydrating myself here with some aminos. Hey everyone, yesterday was day 6. We left the plants out for about 8 hours. And again today we left them out for about 10 hours. Day 7. Hey everyone. Sorry about my lack of presence lately. Between work, home, and getting this garden ready, I've been pretty busy. Quick recap of my garden until now. It's about 30 feet wide, about 60 feet, 65, 60 feet long. I have 6 sections of garden fabric and a little area on the end for the rest of the vegetables. Each one of these sections of garden fabric will hold 42 plants. I have this one filled up already and have 1 row of stakes in the ground, along with some gardening tape to help keep the plants upright. These ones are still a little shorter, so I'll wait a minute till I do that with them. For these first 2 rows going down, I used a little hand trowel to dig the holes. But for this last row here, I got this 3.5-inch auger, which made things go by 10 times as quick. Remember, I burned these holes 4 inches. This is a 3.5-inch auger, powered by my DeWalt drill. Super quick. Now I have these 3 here, some bone meal, some granular plant food, and some Neptune's Harvest fertilizer. I'm going to add about a teaspoon of each of them into the hole, mix them up, and then plant my pepper plant. Also, I just wanted to point out that all 3 of these are organic. So I got those mixed up together in the hole, put my pepper plant in there, pack the soil around. I'm going to just add my garden stake. Then I'll use my tape tool, put some gardening tape around the stalk and the stake to keep it stabilized. Alright, here's the first one down for this row. Got it taped up, staked. These 2 tools here have been a couple of my best purchases so far. This tape gun works awesome, it's super cheap. Comes with a ton of staples, I think 10,000 staples, like 20 rolls of tape. And this auger, again, fairly cheap and dramatically increases your planting speed. Now in all of my pots, I had these little ID tags, and all I'm doing is folding them in half and sticking them in the ground by the plants. So I'll be able to identify every plant out here. Alright, just to try to streamline everything, I got all these holes drilled out in this section of tarp. I'm going to go through, put a tablespoon of each one of these 3 in each hole, mix them up, and start planting. Alright, so this video's been a little all over the place with how hectic I've been over the last few weeks. So I'm just going to go around and show you the results of everything I've done up until now. I have Sugar Rush Peach Stripe plants in this tent that I'm isolating for seeds. And on a few of the pots here, I have some pea plants growing along with it. That one's gotten extra tall. Some Roma tomatoes. And I also have some Cherokee purple tomato plants in here. Try to make some purple tomato sauce. I have the 15-gallon cloth pot in here as well. See the difference we get between the 15-gallon and the 5 gallons. So in this tent in total, I'll have 6 Sugar Rush Peach Stripe pepper plants and 2 of the purple Cherokee tomato plants. The Romas are going to be moved out into the garden pretty soon. Outside here I have 8 strawberry ahis. One chocolate habanero and 1 blue ghost. Now these ahi strawberries were going to be grown in the grow tent in the house, but I had to take them out of the spare bedroom there because I'm going to be having all new windows put in. So they're going to be staying outside for right now. Both the blue ghost and chocolate habanero seeds that I had, I only had 1 plant of each of the 10 seeds germinate. So I'm going to be isolating these 2 plants as well and collecting seeds from them. I'll finish up this video with a walkthrough of the garden. I have a little over 200 pepper plants in the ground now. Had a visitor come and rip up about 5 plants. All the plants that are tall enough have stakes in them. Got a few flowers here. On the end here I have some zucchini, squash, watermelon, carrots, cucumber, 3 of those purple Cherokee tomato plants. Every week or 2 from now on, I'll take a little walk through the garden and give you an update on the progress. Thanks again for checking out the video. I'll leave links in the description to products that I used. Stay spicy, people.